Hi. I am home for the weekend because I needed to see a doctor, and I wanted to see Ride the Cyclone, and it was playing in my area, so I came home this weekend from college to do those two things. So now I'm here, and I get to film here, which is a nicer area to film than when I film back at school. So also, I wanted to thank everybody for the engagement I got on my last video, because wow, it was super cool. I got a bunch of comments and it was super cool to talk to y'all, so thank you so much. Let me know if you guys want me to talk more about book talk, or at least those kinds of books, because I will, because that was fun. But not today. We're not doing that today. I haven't rated video games in a hot minute. So I'm gonna do that. Let's get started. Slime Rancher. Here's a really original thought that nobody's ever had, and I really think I'm gonna blow your minds with this, but I really like Slime Rancher. I think it's a good game. But no, who doesn't love Slime Rancher? The gameplay is fun, it's got a lot of playtime, it's got a really nice story, and it has a bunch of really cute slimes. I don't know what else you want, really. I've not played the second game yet, even though I know the second game came out towards the end of last year, I believe. Because I'm pretty busy with school and I know I'm really gonna love it, so I want to wait until I have like a chunk of time that I can dedicate to the game without getting distracted to other stuff. But in the meantime, I have played Slime Rancher, and it was good. If you've not bought it, you should buy it and play it. Garry's Mod. I'm gonna need y'all to hear me out. This is probably gonna be a more controversial take of mine, but I don't like Garry's Mod. I find it to be annoying, and I've had difficulty getting a lot of the games to work. That could just be on my end, but no, it really, a lot of it just will not work for me, or it takes a while to get it to work, and I don't know why, and it's a pain. And even when I can get it to work, I find that a lot of the games are just not that fun. It's decent enough to play with friends. I mean, at this point, maybe it's on the older side, but most people probably have it, so, you know, you got some time to kill with online friends. It's not a terrible game, particularly Prop Hunt, but I would just rather play anything else. I don't want to come across as mean. Every time I make a mean review, I have some idea that, like, one day I'll get a comment from the person who created the game and being upset, even though that's never gonna happen. But it's not a bad game. People clearly like it, but I am not one of those people. I'm sorry. Baba Is You. I love this game. It's super cute. I have yet to beat every single level, but I finished most of them, I think, at this point. And it's really fun as a completionist, because when I'm between games, it's really fun to go back to, and the controls are obviously super simple if you've ever played. It's just WASD, really. So it's a nice thing to play between games, and I can complete a couple levels, and I'm a completionist, so I really find that satisfying. It's cute. It's kind of outside the box. It's simple. It's a fun game. It's not groundbreaking, but I think it's cute, and I really think it's worth it, and I would suggest it, especially to completionist players like me. Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. I really hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly, and if I'm not, I'm really, really sorry. My last name gets butchered all the time. I just realized you guys don't know my last name, so that's not a helpful joke, but it does. Last name hint, it gets butchered. Anyway, let's talk about the game. Listen, I get it. I really do. I saw, recently, I think it was over... When did I see it? It was recently. Was it over Christmas break? Was it over Thanksgiving break? Recently, apparently only God knows when, but recently I was up in New York and I actually saw in the Museum of Modern Art they had an exhibit on video games, and one of the games that was displayed pretty prominently was this game, and for good reason. It's very interesting. I think I really enjoyed hearing what the narrator had to say throughout the game. I thought it was very poignant. Um, However, none of those things make it very fun. It's interesting, it's moving, I just don't know if I think it's worth it as a video game. If you're looking for an art piece, if you're looking for something that you would find in the Museum of Modern Art, I think it's worth looking into. And if you look at the description for the game, it says something along the lines of, this game was made for a certain kind of player to infuriate them, or something like that. And that player was me, and I was infuriated, and so you get a gameplay score of 3 out of 10. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. I actually do. I make all the rules. That's the point of the series. 60 seconds. I have mixed feelings about this game. On one hand, I think it's really fun in shorter bursts. Like, every now and then I'll get the urge to play the game, and then I'll play it for maybe a day or two, but it doesn't hold my attention. There's definitely a bunch of stuff to explore, so if you're looking for stuff that has a lot of achievements, which is what drew me to the game originally, or looking for something with a lot of replay value, I think that this is definitely a really good game. And it is fun for what it is. I will say that personally, I find the art style to be kind of ugly. No offense. I feel bad. Oh god, I really hope no one who made the game sees this. No, but it's a fun game. I remember it was really popular a while back. I'm sure YouTubers still do stuff about it because it's got a lot of endings. So, I think it's worth checking out. It's not personally my favorite, but it is fun for what it is, and it's another game, sort of like Baba Is You, where it's fun to go to between games because it's got pretty simple controls and achievements to unlock, so it's good. It's nice for what it is. So overall, I would recommend the game. It's not my favorite, but I think it's a better game than it is not. I think it's more good than not good. Scribblenauts Unlimited. This game is super fun. I originally played it when I was, God, maybe 12? But something like that. But I recently went back to try to get all the achievements. The only problem with that is that it looks like, for this game, if you miss some of the achievements the first time, you can't go back and get them. You have to completely restart your save. Which obviously isn't super rare. Like, a lot of games have missable achievements. I just think it's a little mean for casual games directed at kids. Because maybe I would have paid more attention the first time, if I knew that it was going to be like that. But also, I'm bitter and mean, so don't listen to me. Besides the achievement thing, which is, again, only something that bothers me because I'm weird, but it is a very fun, cute game. I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's very creative. It's got a lot in it. The mechanic of the game, if you don't know, is that you have a notepad, and if you want something, you can write it out and it will summon, and you can summon a lot of stuff. It's cute, it's clever, it's fun. It is very fun for what it is. So be careful when going through and trying to unlock everything, but otherwise, very fun, and I would recommend. Especially for if I have anyone younger watching my videos. I have no idea who my target demographic is. I'm gonna be completely frank with you guys. I have no idea who's watching these videos, if anyone. But if you're a kid and you're watching, or if you're not a kid, those are the two options, I suppose. But you should check it out. It's very fun for what it is. Scribblenauts Unmasked, the sequel to the game that I just talked about. So anyone, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on the channel, but anyone who knows me in real life will know that I am a huge fan of DC Comics. And by that, I mean that I am a fan of the Sandman and the Batman, but those both fall under DC Comics, so it counts. The Sandman obviously isn't in this game, but Batman is, so I was really excited, especially since I really enjoyed the first game. I think that this game has a lot of what is good about the first game, but kind of improved upon. I don't think it's as cute as the first game, and a lot of that is for plot reasons that I don't want to spoil, because I'm recommending this to you so you play it, but it's not as sibling-centric. So a lot of the cuteness is missing, but it does fix that problem with the achievements that I was whining about a second ago, so. But it's really fun. You follow DC characters. It was Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Superman, and Flash. I think that's everyone. If I'm missing someone or if I said the wrong person, that will show up on the screen now. But it's fun. I really enjoyed it. I will say that the story does feel a little fan-fiction-y, but I mean, this is a game for kids, so it kind of is, and you know what? That's okay. I think it is fun, and I would highly suggest you check it out. Anyways, last but not least, Orwell. Another game with a sequel. I think it's out already, although it might not be out yet. Anyways, there's a sequel either out or coming out to Orwell. We'll get to that later. I loved Orwell. It reminds me of BioShock, only in the sense that it had approximately zero subtlety, I think. No, not a knock to BioShock. I loved BioShock. And not a knock to Orwell. I loved Orwell, but it's about surveillance and it's called Orwell, so, you know, subtlety. I also love the art style. I think it's really pretty and really... I am just a sucker for games with, like, cute and kind of... I don't want to say weird. I don't know a better word for it right now. Like, just slightly unusual but still veering on, like, cute and aesthetically pleasing art styles. I love that stuff. I love Slime Rancher for the same reason. I love Orwell. Orwell is less cute and more... You know what I mean. I like the art style. I am talking about this for too long. I thought the story is definitely the part that stands out the most about it, although the gameplay is fun, which you guys know is very important to me when talking about these games. I will admit that there was a time or two where I would get stuck just because you're looking for data chunks and sometimes it can just be like hard to find them. At least for me. Perhaps no one else had this problem, but there would be times where I'm clicking through everything trying to find something that I missed. It's a pretty short game, but it was pretty cheap. I think it's worth it. I would highly recommend Orwell. I really enjoyed it. And I will eventually play the sequel and let you guys know about it. Anyways, that's all the games that I have on my list for today. Comment down below if there are any games that I should play if I've not played and review if I have played. I'm always looking for not only things to review, but also things to play on the channel. And I know I mentioned this at the start of the video, but just thanks again for the engagement on the last video. I'm obviously not looking to become, like, an influencer, but it's fun to talk to people and to, like, hear feedback. It was, I don't know, I'm gonna get sappy, but it was really nice to respond to people and to talk to you guys, so thank you. Comment anything. Well, don't comment anything. Don't... I trust you guys to know to comment appropriate things, but talk to me. I love talking to you guys. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.